This is going to be a very fun math problem. And my question to myself is, how can I create ordered pairs? Well, first let's read the story, because this is a story. And you know, I like a story, can you tell? Samaria is reading a novel. She stopped at page 140 yesterday. I'm reading a novel, and I'm not quite on 140, but she stopped at page 140. She plans to read 20 pages every day until she completes the novel. If the novel has 320 pages, how many days will it take Samaria to complete her book? Now, I'm going to stop right there because this is a story, and I want you to tell me about the story. So, on my screen, I have a question in red. What is the story about? And you have to tell me in 1 to 3 words. So, what is this story about? What would you say in 1 to 3 words? Would you say Samaria's reading? Would you say Samaria's book? Would you say reading a book? That would be 3. I'm going to put reading a book. I don't need a sentence because I'm just giving 1 to 3 words. Kind of a short summary of what the story is about. Now, read number 2. You have to rephrase the question. So let's look at the question. It starts with the word how. So I'm going to highlight just the question. I can grab it all. Okay. So here's your question. It's your job to rephrase the question, but you cannot use the words that are in the question. You have to use your own words. How many days will it take Samaria to complete her book? How could you say that another way? How many days? Well, what would be synonymous to how many days? What amount of time? Let's try that. What amount of time will it take Samaria to complete her book? Oh, I didn't spell them out right. What amount of time? How can I say the rest? Will it take Samaria to complete her book? What amount of time? I'm going to leave will it take for right now. I can change Samaria to her. And what's a synonym for complete? Finish. Her book, could I say finish reading? What amount of time will it take her to finish reading? Okay, so I've got, she's reading a book. What amount of time will it take her to finish reading? And one more thing I need to know in read number 3, what are the important numbers in the problem? So tell me what numbers you see in the problem. I see 140. So I'll highlight that one. I see 20. That's important. I see 320. Okay. Now, how do these numbers connect? I have to think about how they connect. Well, she's already read 140 pages, and she's going to read 20 pages every day until she finishes, and she has to get to here. So I think they connect because she's already done 140. They're kind of out of the way. So on the very next day, which would be like day 1 because she's already finished those, she's going to read 20. And then she's going to read 20 more and 20 more and 20 more. So these are going up and up and up and up until she gets to 320. Well, my question in the beginning was, how can I create ordered pairs? I think I could create ordered pairs. Let's try it. If I know these numbers. So it says, we know the number 140. That's where she is right now. She's finished with that. Then 20 after pages every day. And then the whole book has 320. So that's the total. Right? So they do connect. And my question was, how can I create ordered pairs? Well, she's finished 140. I can kind of cross it out. But I'm thinking on day 1, she's reading 20 pages. So that's going to put her at 160. And then at day 2, she's reading 20 more. So where's that put her? 180. And then day 3, that's going to put her at 200. And then day 4, that'll make her 220. Day 5, she'll be at 240. Could I stop there? Or do you want to go on? You want to go on? Okay. Day 6, 260. Day 7, 280. Day 8, 300. Day 9, 320. I can create ordered pairs just by using the day she's on and how many pages she read. Now, it says I need to go back up to what my question said. And let me see. Because my question was, what amount of time will it take her to finish reading? Well, what amount of time did it take her? I want to answer that. It took her how many days? 9 days to finish reading. Now I think there were something else. So I want to go back up here. It said, use a grid to record the first 5 days. Okay, so we have our pairs. So I have a grid, and we could put our coordinate pairs, plot them on the grid, and look at our pattern. So I'm going to start. How should we go about numbering our grid? Because mine doesn't have any numbers. Well, always in the corner is a what? a 0. And, well, here's where she began. 140. That's where she had ended or finished. That's not a very pretty 140, I'm sorry. And what did you notice when you made your pairs? It went up by 20 every time. I'll try to do this one better. 160, 180, 200, 220, 'kay, I'll keep going with that one in a second, but then I need to come down here, right? Well, she had day number 1, day number 2, day number 3, day number 4, day number 5, and it only said to do 5 days. So I'm going to start there. All right, so on day number 1, how many pages had she read? Yeah, day 1 in our coordinate pairs was 160. Day 2 was 180. Day 3 was 200. Day 4 was 220. Day 5 was 240. Now, I think we can stop right there because it said to go 5 days. I will write my 240 right here, even though you know that's what it is. Okay, now, if you want to continue and finish out using your coordinate pairs and plotting, then you may. Now, I want you to think about, the question says, what patterns do you see? So you need to answer that. What patterns do you see by looking at your graph? And then, what patterns do you see by looking at just your ordered pairs that we made together earlier? Finish this part by yourself, and thank you for joining in my story.